Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight is, and I really hope you're taking really good care of yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself or other people. And if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you can give this video a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, don't forget, you can leave me a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And you can also share my videos with your family, your friends, an alligator, and a bear. Plus, not only you can share my videos with an alligator or a bear, you can also check out my playlist, and you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So Starlight's had a busy day. So I didn't have a Starlight. Did you say no? I didn't have a busy day. I've been doing stuff today. So anyway, here I am running around. I'm like at the last minute tonight because Starlight was getting lots of food, lots of vegetables and fruit. Thank you, God. I'm like amazed because this is my time. I've been doing the inner work, and I've been doing all the things that God wants me to do, the universe. So this is abundance flowing in my life, and I'm gonna receive it, because now I realize that it pays off. It does, So this video is titled I wish I could, but so that is what this is about. And I wish I could do what Starlight's doing, but I can't. I wish I could have the dream job in my life, but I can't. They're not gonna I'm not gonna get that job. God, I'm not talking about me. So I am believing in my dreams, and I believe, I am making things happen, and it does take time. So I wish I could have that dream girl or that dream guy, but I can't find anyone. That's where Starlight was a long time ago, is that I can't find the one, but it was because I needed to work on myself. I wasn't happy with what I was seeing out there, and I didn't understand. But now, I could get any guy that I desire to have, but I only desire one out there, because I got a lot going for me now. So anyway, I wish I could, but I have a family, I got kids, I got a husband, I got a wife, how am I ever gonna do that? Or I wish I could move. I don't like where I live in the city with all the toxic people and things going on. The noise I hear at night. I wish I could, find a better place to live. But, it's too expensive out there. I'll never find a place that I can afford. I wish I could take my kids on vacation, but we don't have money. It's funny when I say that, and I did this to a man not too long ago as I was out at a Walmart trying to get minutes for my phone. And so there's nothing wrong for me asking for help, because that's how you're going to get it, is by asking. So I was going around, and I met a young guy that was in his car, and I said, I introduced myself, and I talked with him like more than a half hour, and so he wanted to help me out, but I didn't have a certain app to put on my phone, and it would go to my bank account, so I couldn't do that anyway. So anyway, is when I get this answer from a lot of people. So this is a new trick that I'm gonna do, is when people give me this, whether they are or not, or whatever is going on, only God knows, So be careful what you tell people when they come up to you and they're like, when you see it, when I come to you, you're gonna know I have a need. There's no doubt. You're gonna see it on my face. And if you turn me away when you could help me out, remember, God is watching you. God sees. God knows the hearts of people. But of course, we got dark energy and light energy, people that want to help out and people that are only helping themselves out. So, and when you give, God is going to bless you. I think it's sevenfolds when you do. You know, whether it's your service or your time or your money or, you know, the information, like that's what Starlight does. I'm always helping people out on this journey, and I've been doing this the whole entire time, helping homeless people out with food. You know, the gas money that I get, you know, God blesses me with the gas, and then I use it not just for my own needs, but I go around and I gather all this stuff for homeless people, and then I go and draw, you know, and that's expected. So when you learn to do service for God and you want to serve people, bam, like I've been like, whoo, you know, and because I stayed positive the whole time, that I trusted and believed no matter how the circumstances looked, and this is why abundance is flowing in my life right now. And you're like, oh, I wish it was that easy for me, Starlight. It is. You make it hard. You make it difficult. You know, by putting all the excuses. It's like putting a wall around and like, no, none of that stuff is working for me, because you built this wall, you know, not only around you, but over top of you. So then God can't bless you because you're not being positive, you're not believing, you're not trusting, you're not being patient, because that's what it takes. It takes being patient. It doesn't happen when you want it. It happens when God's ready, you know, when God sees that you worked enough for it, you know, and then you're going to be tested. It's not going to be the way you think it's going to be. It's going to be the way God actually has it laid out for you. Just like yesterday. That was not, you know, I was grateful for the food I got at the first food pantry at the Salvation Army store, which is kind of funny to let you know. My whole life, when I've been on my own, all the apartments that I lived in, you know how many carloads and 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 carloads of stuff throughout my whole life that I used my own gas and I drove to a Salvation Army store, not only in New York, but I did this in other parts of New York. It not only were, you know, in different areas, but I have blessed them with beautiful stuff, clothing, odds and ends, all kinds of goodies, artwork, you know. I donated a lot of my artwork and my brother's artwork at a Salvation Army store. So this is why God is opening up the doors, because I have been helping. I didn't like, here you go, I don't want to give you money, but I'm going to give you money anyway. I really don't want to, but you know, you're here and you're putting, you know, like a guilty conscience on me, and you know, I don't want people to think that, you know, I don't care, so I'm just going to give. Well, God sees that attitude. But when you give like Starlight gives, because God has told me on this whole journey is like, abundance is coming, Starlight. And this is what happens, because I've gone through this. People are like, yeah, I got information, you know, I got numbers, and it said abundance is coming, but it never did, because you weren't patient enough. A lot of times it's when we're ready to give up, that's when the doors, you know, of things, you know, so you gotta wait, you gotta keep on trusting, no matter what, no matter what the circumstances look like, no matter how things are going, you gotta trust that God is gonna take care of your needs and whatever it is that you desire in life. I wish I could have that relationship, but I'm not being patient enough. I'm not trusting enough. I want it, and I want it now. That was Starlight. You know, but my twin's flame is like, you got to do the work, Starlight. Okay. So I realize it's not when I want to meet my twin flame, or when, you know, we could easily meet, you know, I could easily give him my information and say, here, meet me, but that's not what he wants, because he knows, like, if we just went outside, you know, of what God really has for us by being impatient and not doing the other kind of healing that we need, we could easily switch each other's information, and like, you know, I could give my twin flame, you know, information and say, here you go, I'm going to be at this place at this certain time. He's not going to meet my ass there, because he wants everything to be all lined up the way God intended it. Not, you know, not just because, you know, being impatient and not waiting. It's when we do the work and when we are ready, bam, it's going to happen. I don't know how. It doesn't matter how. I don't know when. It doesn't matter when. It doesn't, I don't know where. I don't know where's it going to, God, where is it going to, where are we, where am I going to be when I meet my twin flame? How is it going to happen? What location, and, is it going to be next month, or, so you gotta trust. I wish I could have that guy, and I wish I could have that girl, but are you doing the work? Are you working on yourself? I made lots of videos of how to do this. The first video that I created was, are you searching for guidance? Did you even, that is a very important video, is to check that out, because you get signs from the universe that actually guide you to help you to know what you need to work on. If you're, like, I am really good about going out in the woods, right? But if you're not really good, like if you need, like a map, right? When you go out in the woods, or even when you're like, I need a GPS to get around here, otherwise I'd get lost. Well, that's the same thing the way the universe is. If you want to get from A to D, God's got the instructions already made. But if you're not willing to take the manual out, or the map out, to figure out how, the directions and the things that you need to do in order to get to A to D, then you're not going to get exactly what you were meant to receive, what is best for you, the best. I was out here having a hard time getting fresh vegetables and fruit. Did I give up? Did I quit? No, I kept on believing that I talked to God, I need vegetables and fruit. I can't live off of canned goods. It's not good to keep on eating canned goods. I have like a vegetarian diet. I need iron with that protein. So, are you willing to be patient? And, like, if you don't check the numbers out, if you don't check out like what symbols are and what your dreams mean, is you're missing out. That means you're like going out for a big, like there's a beautiful hiking trail, and there's tons of trails all over. You're not really good about going out and hiking and finding your way back to the car. Well, that's what it's going to be like for you if you don't trust in God, that God is going to, whatever your heart's desire is, it's got to line up with that guy or girl, that you're meant to be with, the perfect match. Like my twin flame, he mirrors things, he teaches me things, and I do the same for him. Is it easy? No, absolutely not. We have our highs and lows just like any relationship, but it's worse. It's way worse. But our highs are going to be much higher, and our lows could be lower, but we're still working together, and like say, hey, I'm going to help you out, with things that I see that, you got to work on, because it's an issue or something that, like if you are too busy, because you've been single for so long and you are communicating with many people, or you got a busy life, well, you got to work on making space so that I can come in. Now, on my part, I might have other lessons that I got to learn, and if I don't work on those things that God, like, start doing what God told me to do, which I'm doing that every morning. This is why blessings are coming in. This is why I'm getting, abundance is flowing right now. I was going to a food pantry tonight. I got 888 the whole way through, and I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be good. And I was so amazed, just like yesterday, is abundance is flowing. I already had this already set up before I even found yesterday, so I'm like, I'm gonna go with the flow, and I'm gonna just go to this food pantry. And I can't keep all the food to myself. I have to find other people to share that good food with. I got so much fruit and vegetables. Would you like some? I didn't have to pay a dime, because you know what? I'm already doing service. I'm already helping people. God sees that I'm waking up early in the morning. God sees that, there's times I wake up in the morning, start my car, and almost fall back to sleep, and I'm like, oh no, I gotta get up. I gotta, So the universe has been waking me up every morning without an alarm clock. It's like I got this timer. It's time to go to the bathroom, Starlight, and I get up, and I always have to turn my key to, roll the window down so I can throw my urine out you definitely want to make sure the window is open before you start throwing your urine out of the window. And then, before I throw the urine out the window, I have to look at what time. I'm like, it's almost time to wake up. I'm not going to throw that urine out my window right now because I'm going to step out in it. So, and I'm like, wow, it's like 10 more minutes. It's time for my ass to get up. I'm going to go pee, do my thing, lay back down, and let the car heat up and warm up. And then I'm going to, start my day. And it's been every day ever since I decided that, hey, Starlight, this is what you need to do. And bam, like today, I had to, I get messages, from the universe and the angels saying you need to clean up your space. And so what did I do today? What does that mean? Do I have a house to clean? No, but my car. Yesterday I was just selling a whole bunch of stuff, so now I had to go through all that stuff and organize and look at what I got so I can go to that same park again and make more money. And, I had to clean my car up. It's been a while, and so I got to wipe everything down. So today I did, the worst part of it. And then I stopped. I could have, sorry about that noise. I could have, and I knew I needed to go to this food pantry that started at 3 o'clock, but they want you to be there 15 minutes ahead. I could have, forget about my yoga. I'm going to just hurry up and, no, you know what? I might have not have done my half hour, not in yoga, but in exercises for my, what is it called? Pelvic floor, exercises for females. Is that, even though I couldn't do a half hour to make it on time to get to that place, I got 15 minutes done. And that 15 minutes, I'll tell you what, I could feel the pain in 15 minutes. So anyway, I wish I could have that job. But I don't have an education. I don't feel like I qualify for the job. Blah, 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 blah. All the excuses why. That's why you're not getting it. So you got to be really mindful. And, if you are getting the numbers, like I said, I got 888 all the way through on license plates, all over, on signs and telephone numbers. I'm like, yeah, that's a great number. I got other numbers too. So I got a whole list of numbers that I got to check out later. But if you're not doing it, if you think Starlight's some crazy chick that smoked too much pot or did so much drugs that, what is she off her rocker with these numbers and signs and symbols, and what is this crazy chick talking about out here? Well, you're the one missing out. You could call me all kinds of names. You could think I'm crazy, but I'm just waking up. So you can. And I'm going to be out here doing a service out in the universe, out in the community where I was. So I'm already getting the groundwork ready and getting everything going, so I can serve people. That is my mission in life. And, it's funny, the area that I actually am staying at, there's a road called Mission Road. Isn't that too funny? It's like, yeah, it's going to happen here because Mission Road is here. So anyway, you got to really get what I'm talking about. And if you don't check out those videos with the universe and, are you searching for guidance and all that stuff, about numbers having meanings, and you might think, hogwash. But you know what? When you get those numbers and you did check those messages out, right? Did you ever check any of those numbers out? Well, if you did, and you got a message, but you didn't do shit with it, that's exactly what you're getting back. Shit. You ain't getting shit because you're not doing the work. In the Bible, it says, something about, in order to eat, you got to work. Well, I am working. I might not have the 9 to 5 like you have or whatever hours you have, but I am working, and God's blessed me the whole time. So I love you so much. I hope you really get a lot of help, and Starlight's definitely good. I am changing. I am growing. And so you're going to see Starlight's, change in her growth on these videos as I'm learning, and I'm learning my lessons. I'm learning to be grateful. I've learned that my whole trip here, but I'm learning to be more patient. I'm learning to trust. I'm learning that it's not my way, it's God's way, and I'm learning to pay attention. I'm learning to be balanced. I'm learning to take care of myself. You know, Starlight had to, you know, not only clean her car, is to do some, you know, like, you know, it's different. It's different, you know, trying to clean up without a shower. So it does take more time, and you know, and you got to be clever to be able to do this. You know, I meet people all the time, and when I say that I'm living in my car, they're like, you know, like it's like, how do you know, like, when do you take a shower? Like, how, you know, like, because I see that even though I might be living in my car, I don't look like a homeless person one bit at all. So anyway, I love you. You could give this video a thumbs up. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave me a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And you could share my videos with your family, your friends, a lion and a tiger. Plus, you can check out my playlist, and you can follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. And don't forget the notification bell. So things are changing, and it's only getting better. I've been so high as a kite. I've definitely got an upgrade lately. You know, I wake up and I'm ching. I spring out of bed now. You know, I spring up. You know, ching, there goes Starlight, starting her day off. You know, with a great attitude. You know, if you're complaining about this, and if you're not being positive, and you know you're stressing out over everything, well, I'll tell you. If you get these videos and you get messages but you don't do shit with it, well, good luck. You know, if you got to do the work, and yeah, it's gonna hurt, but in the end, you'll be like, you know what? It's worth it. You're like, now that I look at it differently, all that work that I put in, all those hours that I put in, it's paying off. It's just not when you think it's gonna happen. So anyway, I love you so much. Enjoy your night, and really keep trusting and believing, and you know, really do the work that are in these videos. If you're not, then you're missing out. I love you so much. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight, love, light, and peace.